if you're listening to this, if this made it into the final episode, please like us on Spotify and give us 5 stars. We'd appreciate it.
Give us 5 stars. Yes, sir.
We're fantastic.
Greatness. Yes.
I don't know any other podcast that consistently gives you almost 4 interviews a month just for GP. Like, come on.
You heard the man. Give us 5 stars, please.
They opened up a little small track in Danville called the Dixie Speedway, and they wanted to get some black drivers, and they thought they didn't know who to approach, so they went to the police department to find out what black guys had speeding records and things like that. So they told them they want somebody to drive a race car to see me. So that's how I started racing.
As Matt told us earlier, trying to become the first African-American driver since Willie T. Ribbs and join Randy Bethea and the great Wendell Scott.
He did he drove the car exactly what the car wanted him to do. He got out early. It looked like a little tight, but he kept in the throttle and he got a good lap. And wow, way to go!
There you go.
Woo-hoo. That's it.
That man, Tony Schumacher, wins. He is the champion for an 8th time. But Antron Brown, if Tony Schumacher loses, becomes the first African-American to win an NHRA title. 376, Antron Brown is the top fuel champion.
These need to be the best 7 laps of Darrell Wallace Jr.'s life.
That was a good first part of it right there.
Turn number 4, Darrell Wallace Jr. is going to get his first win in the Camping World Truck Series. His final time through 3 and 4. He's going to do it. Bubba Wallace wins at Kansas.
Ready. What they gonna say now, baby? Let's go! Record is equals. Lewis Hamilton wins the Turkish Grand Prix and is a 7-time champion of the world.
Get in there, Lewis. What a way to do it, mate. What a way to win your 7th world title.
Welcome to another episode of Victory Lane Vibes. We are your hostesses with the mostesses. It's Jared and Art and Bonte and Kiana. We are back post-race. It worked so well last week. Let's do it again. As after the tumultuous weekend in Austin, Texas, there was a race today. But we're going to talk about some other topics first. We're bringing back an old favorite. Here's Spilled Milk.
Spilled milk. All over the floor.
Get it off your chest.
So this is a hard one because this is the spilled milk I never thought I would ever say, but for me it has to go to Dale Earnhardt Jr., Mr. Redneck Jesus himself. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but Lord. He had a tweet out last night after the Xfinity race, and it says, quote, "In 25, Xfinity should run Spring Bristol and then straight to Wilkesboro instead of Austin." Now, Dale, I love you. You're my favorite voice in the NASCAR community. Like, you are my number one guy in the media. But that race was a banger. Like, what are you talking about? And the reason I'm putting him as a spilled milk, I think, is because I feel like some of his cars were getting banged around all Xfinity race long, and I think the owner in him was just a bit hot under the collar in that moment. And he said a few times that it's stressful when he's sitting on the box or watching on TV and he sees like his cars get damaged because he knows how much it costs and he's responsible for it. But that COTA Xfinity race was amazing. I really, really enjoyed that race. And we're going to talk about it in a second. So to say right after the race, oh, we should just skip this and just go to Wilkesboro. And I understand that Dale is the pivotal person when it comes to getting Wilkesboro back on schedule, getting it remade, getting it all that government funding, like all that jazz. And I'm sure it's got a place in the schedule, but we can't do this, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you're up here upset just because I think your cars didn't do well. Like, I can't back you on this one. And I really didn't want to go into this. But after I saw it last night, I sat on it, I slept on it. I was like, I got to get this off my chest. But like, we need COTA. COTA is already the second best road course on the schedule. We needed to have all 3 series every single year for as long as they'll have us. So he spilled some milk for me this week.
You know, I mean, that's fair. Just because you can't let your business side of things ruin the racing side of things. And you know, to your point, I feel like the Xfinity race was fantastic. You know, through and through, it was a really great race. It put on the show that I thought it would. Xfinity arguably is the most exciting series that we have, and it lived up to it Saturday. It was great racing. So, you know, I'm in agreement. Shame on you, Junior. You know better. Just because, never mind.
And look, he gets everybody gets one, and this is his one free pass because I love Junior. He, like I said, I enjoy all of his content. I like him as a driver. I like him as an announcer. But this was just one where I'm like, hey, look, you know, there's no sacred deities. Like, no one is above reproach. So like, he had to get it for me from this week.
That's fair. Kiana, Bonta, you want to add anything to this subject matter before we dive in the swimming pool?
Nah, but I will say this: rare. I love you, there, Junior. You the GOAT, but rare L, my boy. Rare L. That's it.
You and these W's and L's. Do you know the rest of your alphabet?
Go to Kiana, please. We done here.
I plead the fifth because I love Dale. I'm not gonna do that to him. I got way more other people I need to drag this week. I'm gonna be.
Oh Lord.
Oh, me too.
All right, well,
so let's get to it.
Let's go ahead and get it started then. Let's get
Love
to
you,
the
Junior.
meat and potatoes. So the truck race was early Saturday. Nick Sanchez won stage 1. Corey Heim won stage 2. And I got another race right this week. I called Corey Heim last week, and he won the damn truck race. It was awesome. I'll just let y'all start. Connor, shout out to Connor Zilch. I will open it with this. For him completely missing his braking zone starting the race, but to come back to finish top 5 in the truck race, to finish top 5 in the ARCA race later that night in a completely different state, you definitely showed why Trackhouse put you on the roster, my boy. So shout out to you for an overall successful weekend. But I'll just leave it there and y'all tee off.
I'll go first. Connor and Raj were the only 2 drivers that were interesting to me. I feel like I say that. It's always like Raj and one other guy in the truck series for me. But yeah, it was great to see him rebound. Raj had a bit of a tough day. I think he caved the nose in at some point early in the race, and they kind of struggled for a while to get the truck back up to speed, and were able to salvage a decent finish out of it. But I'm really interested in seeing his development as a road course driver, just because that's something I know nothing about. It's really a blind spot for me. I know he's had less than optimal equipment in the past, but for him to go out there and get, I think it was an 11th or so, let's say a top 15 finish, that was great. But all in all, this race was good. It was a bit more spread out, I think, for a lot of it. I think a bit more so than the other 2 series, definitely more so than the Xfinity race. So all it was an all right race. There's one moment that will stand out forever regarding this race that we'll touch on, I'm sure, in Lights Too Bright. That was the real highlight for me. But overall, I mean, it was a solid race. Nobody really showed their ass and embarrassed themselves this week. So that's a W, as Bonte would say.
I think it was actually, if I'm not mistaken, it was, I don't know if it was Ty Dillon. Somebody checked up. It's like, I remember seeing a post that said Raja said somebody checked up, and that was what caused him to damage the nose. But there was never really much of a mention of it, which I thought was weird, because they kept talking about, you know, the nose of his truck, but like nobody was saying like what happened, which is, again, fuck. Don't even get me started. Anyway, so moving on. But yeah, I think it was a weird issue that happened, but there was like not much coverage of it. So I never got the full story of what happened. But what I heard was that someone checked up, and that's why he had damage. So I don't know. But one other person to mention is Jack Hawksworth, because he was there, which was really cool. And I thought it was really nice that we had, he had Connor, we had Jack, like we had all these really cool people racing this weekend, from outside of NASCAR. So, it was a good showcase for that, but it's just really frustrating because Connor was so close and it didn't work out. But I feel like if he had a few more races under his belt, he probably could have had it. Like he's definitely got the chops. I don't know why people were talking about like, oh, he's new, it's gonna, blah, blah. Okay, this is Connor. I need y'all to understand how great this kid is. Like, he's not even 18 yet. Okay? He's got huge IMSA wins under his belt. Like, I need y'all to understand how great he is. So he doesn't need the little baby talk like, oh, he's a rookie, blah, blah. No, that you don't talk about Connor like that. Honestly, you don't even talk about Jack like that either. Just don't. Y'all need to put some respect on his name, because he absolutely can blow these other drivers out the water if he really like sits down and figures all this out. Couple more road courses, he will absolutely win. So beware of Connor, because he's coming and he's going to be a force when he really gets like up to full speed. But he just had some bad luck yesterday. If he hadn't had that bad luck, I absolutely think he would have won. That's just my opinion.
Bonte.
I unfortunately did not watch the race, but I did watch the highlights of it. I don't know why you're shaking your head, sir. Don't start.
You can just say that you watched the highlights. Why you had to start off your statement with "I didn't watch the race"?
My fault, bro. My bad.
Damn.
No, but like I heard it was like Arcel's solid race. Roger top 10. That boy Connor gonna be great in the coming years. He's already great. He's already good now. He won 12 hours of Sebring, right? And Rolex 24 at the age of 17. That's that's insane. But surprisingly, this race is not chaotic. For a truck race at road course, to not be this chaotic is impressive. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was various acts of terrorism during the truck race. But I appreciate NASCAR. I guess the whole weekend you can really say, just letting them race, people spin. They're not really in the way or sort of 52 vehicle pileup or anything like that. Just let them spin and get out the way and move on, and the race resumes. I think that's why the Cup race went by so fast today. But we'll talk about that later. And then moving on to Xfinity. There was some egregiousness from an RCR driver that we love not to talk about. Anywho, Parker Kligerman wins stage 1. Riley Herbst nets his stage points and stage win before he wrecks his car. And Kyle Larson, Cup regular, wins the first race for Hendrick in the 17 Xfinity Camaro. What y'all think of the Xfinity race?
Greatness.
Oh, before I let you guys continue, I'm sorry. Shout out friend of the show, Brad Perez. Brad got a top 20 in the 18.
Yeah, boy.
In the Apex Roasters card. So shout out Brad.
Texas Toast.
Always give him his love.
Oh my god.
That was a wild tweet. That was not
Texas Toast,
because he just owned up to it.
Oh my god.
Wasn't
happy
me.
for the boy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out Brad.
We love Brad
for getting the top 20 there. So now thoughts and opinions about the race. We'll go into overtime, but let's talk about the race first.
Jesus be a fence around SVG. My God.
Please preach.
I don't even know. Man. Why y'all messing with my boy? Okay. All right. It was a good race. I'm gonna say that. I actually think Xfinity was better than the Cup race. I will say that. I think I was more entertained by Xfinity.
For sure.
And yeah, I mean, it was a bummer that SVG didn't win, but the racing was good and he really did fight for it, and I appreciated that. And the battle between, Shane and Dinger, that was great. And I was hoping to get that for most of the race, but obviously did not happen. But those last few laps, and he was right there, and then it just got ruined at the last minute, which sucks.
By a bum.
Won't even mention the bum who ruined it for him, but that was That was rough. But I do think he, again, with people coming from outside of NASCAR to NASCAR, I feel like he's again one of those people where, folks, even after the Chicago race, they were still just kind of down, like, oh, he's not going to do much, blah, blah, blah. That was just a one time. No, this is shame. What? Okay, and I'm going to say it again because I did tweet it. What was that, last night? Yesterday? Someone. Go watch Supercars, please. Like, I need y'all to stop talking trash about these people without watching the stuff that they've been in previously, because y'all sound crazy right now. Do not come to me and talk about Shane Van Gisbergen doesn't know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. This is his element, okay? Put some respect on his name, again, and know who you're dealing with, okay? Like, that's just it. I don't want to hear it. Yes, okay, this is his first, full year NASCAR. That's great. He is not a stranger to this type of racing. He's not a stranger to aggressive racing. He knows what he's doing. He knows wheel. Please put some respect on his name. Do not talk about him like he doesn't know what he's doing, because I guarantee he absolutely will win some stuff. Once he really gets, all this track time that he got this weekend, he's learning from all that. So the next time they hit a road course, y'all need to be ready, because he's going to be ready. So I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. Anyway, he did great. I wish he could have won. He really did almost have it, but again, it was messed up. We'll talk about that later.
If anything, I learned that we can blame Colleague in this situation for his lack of performance.
You hate to
We
see
could do a
it.
whole episode on that.
You hate to see it.
Go ahead, Bonte.
Race was exceptional, sensational, greatness. Man.
Do you know all those words?
No, don't stop him. Keep going.
Jared,
Keep going. Speak on it.
Be quiet.
Speak on it.
Anyways,
Let Bonte cook.
thank you, Kiana. Race was.
I supported you, but all right.
Thank you to Art. No, but for real, that race is great. Probably one of the best road course races I've seen, in my opinion, since the road in 2020. But I want that SVG win so bad. Can we get a Shane Van Gisbergen win so bad? I need it.
It's coming.
It's gonna come. It's like Keanu's like, it's gonna come.
And especially for Chicago. I mean, he's won Chicago, so he already knows what he needs to do. So
you gonna cook in Chicago?
Exactly.
As long as that bum not be in his way, just like last time. Oh my god! And then he gonna cry about it, bro. About I don't like be racist way. You are a NASCAR driver. What do you expect, dude? God, I'm sick of him. I'm sorry, I'm off track. Lars got the win. Congrats to him. Right place, right time. Cool. I'm just mad about that. But overall, I really enjoyed this race.
I'll go last. I have to echo what everyone said. This race, there is a great portion of it where it was just SVG, Larson, and AJ, and these were three chefs in the kitchen. It was like an Iron Chef triple threat match. We had three masters at work, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love watching the Xfinity cars. I love the fact that they've got the horsepower that we complain about every week. It was so fantastic to see. And I thought it was great up until a certain bum ruined it at the end. And yeah, to echo Bonte's point, to sit there and cry on pit road and, complain about, oh, you got brake checked or whatever. No, bro. You're going to tell me all of a sudden a 3-time world champion doesn't know how to enter the corner in the last couple laps of a race? No, you drove it in there and used him as a brake. I'd rather you just own up to it and say I was trying to dump him for the win versus trying to always be the victim. I'm like, bro, this is why nobody likes you. This is why you're crying at every super speedway race, because nobody wants to draft with you, because you are just such a child. You're such a man child. I was just really, really frustrated by that. Just the attitude afterwards to take no accountability for yourself, not to say, and we're going to talk about accountability with some other folks too, but that was the frustrating part. But the rest of the race was just so good. I really, really enjoyed watching those guys go at it. I hate that SVG didn't get at least the P2 that he deserved. They gave him that course cutting penalty late in They really got to do something about those penalties.
Man, don't get me started on that either. That was dumb.
It
I
pissed
mean,
me
that was
off
like
Like,
Dorian Penn kind of like level dumb. Like that.
very.
Come on.
Like,
yeah, they have to do something. And I'm about to get off topic, but like they really got to get some turtles or something in there, because like these judgment calls are just terrible judgment.
No, they just need a consistent track limit. Like if you're gonna have track limits, do the whole track. Don't do just one little piece of it.
right, he's dumb.
That, half a second advantage should not equal a 30-second penalty. Like that's
Agreed.
God.
Yeah, I just
Ugh.
think
know.
they really need to revisit that. I was really frustrated by that throughout the race, because there were a couple folks that got penalties.
Mhm.
So that was just a bit frustrating to see. But a lot of the guys that I like had good runs, so as a fan, that made it good for me. Parker had a good run. Jesse Love had a good run. Sam Mayer had a good run. Yeah, I mean, it was just a great race, all in all, wire to wire. We mentioned Brad having a good run. It's just really, really fun to watch. That's the kind of racing I would love to see at every road course, where the best guys, for most of the race at least, are at the front and they're dueling it out, and they're having to really wheel it all around the track. And yeah, I'm right there with Bonte. Like, I had my cursor on the Lionel page ready to hit refresh to pre-order
Man,
that SVG win with like
God,
5 to
that
go,
would have been so nice.
and then it just got taken away from us. So I agree. I think it's just a matter of when, not if, for him. Like, he's so talented. I will absolutely be a fan of his for as long as he's in the Cup Series. And I do appreciate that SVG. This is the first time I think he's really had any kind of adversity or got pushed up against, and he didn't take it. He pushed back and said, if I'm not winning this race, you're not winning this race either, which is the exact right attitude to have, because I mean, we've seen so many times drivers come in and they just get run over and they think, oh, that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, it won't happen again. Nah, but like, they will run you over every chance they get if you let them. And so I think he definitely sent a message to the garage that, like, hey, if you don't know, Google me, because I have no problem spinning you out if I have to. So
oh yeah,
that's a silver lining in it for me. But just a great race all in all. An A race. I was really, really happy with Xfinity. I had no issue. I could watch that race every week and I'd be satisfied with it.
I would just but when you had said SVG was not taking any prisoners, you ain't wrong, bro. Because SVG Shane Van Gisbergen was not gonna do out of the race. Not really reckoning, but like spinning them out. Like bro did not play about that.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, this is
Yeah.
if you watch Supercars, you will see that kind of like racing aggression all
yeah.
the time, and it's not really disrespect; it's just good racing, and that's part of the issue that some of these NASCAR drivers are not like. They're not grasping that concept. They just take everything extremely personal and turn it into, oh, I'm gonna wreck you and ruin your day, when it's really just like, oh, this person is passing me. Like it's. They got to work on that.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if you watch Supercars, you will see that type of racing, and it's not, really out of disrespect. I mean, sometimes maybe, but I mean, they're really just racing hard, and it's fun to watch because of that, because they're actually just like going for it the entire race. So
right,
yeah,
he's a 3-time Supercar champion for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And NASCAR drivers in Xfinity season needs to understand that SVG did not come to play.
And I think they know that, but they're just like, you can tell that they act differently around SVG. And I kind of saw it while I was in Atlanta. Like, you could tell, like, just the drivers that were walking around him or, talking to him, like, it just seemed different versus how they interact with other NASCAR drivers. So that dynamic is very interesting. But I feel like when these, tempers flare and all that, that's where it's going to get, kind of testy, because people are like, oh, I don't want to do that. But, he tried to wreck me. No, he didn't. He was just racing you hard and you're not used to it. Like, that's it.
And then what's crazy, there's someone on Twitter that was at the race. They had said, if I can find the tweet, Austin Hill was trying to dump Shane Van Gisbergen towards the end.
Yeah, they caught the picture of it.
Yep. Just like, bro, you suck, man. Like, how you gonna try to wreck the GOAT for no reason? Like, come on, now, be serious. When you won't start this,
he's a baby,
right?
It's just to, I guess, to tie this up with a knot. It's crazy how somebody who made his living in another country, road racing, was setting you up, and you knew you were getting set up, which is why you ran in the back of him, because He didn't brake check you. He was making sure that he gave himself enough room to cut the corner and leave your ass in the dust going down the hill and going to the start of the S's. So he was setting you up, and you just blew it. And I know we'll probably bring this up again. But why is Andy Petrie always somewhere in the background being a hype man? Like in every post race interview, he always got to be in the background, like smiling and cheesing in the camera, patting Austin Hill on the back for doing nothing. Come on,
because I'm gonna be quiet.
We'll
His
move
bias
on.
is crazy. But
We'll move.
that's
I'll bite my tongue.
right.
I'll bite my tongue. We'll move. The Cup race today. William
Lord
Byron
mercy.
started from the pole. William Byron won. I don't care to call out who won the stages because I don't care. However, what I do care about is I know y'all love Ty Gibbs. I know y'all are that he is the golden child for JGR. He is the future for Toyota. But damn it, boy, you cost your teammate a win. And I know I'm saying this about Christopher Bell, but damn it, boy, you cost your teammate a win. If he's literally 2 seconds faster than the leader, get out of the way. Don't race him. Finish
Just let
third.
him-
Take your L and just get out the way. Because if Christopher Bell had 3 more laps, he wins that race. And that's a hill I
It
die
wasn't
on.
even
It doesn't
3.
matter
He
about
just
the
needed
pit
one
stop.
more lap.
At least
That was
one.
it.
It doesn't
One
matter
more.
about the pit stop. It doesn't matter about the pit strategy. Christopher Bell had the fastest car, and I will stand on that hill. He had a faster car than William Byron. The lap time showed it. The stopwatch doesn't lie.
100%.
But Ty Gibbs, you cost your teammate a banner in the race shop, my boy. But William Byron won, and once again for another season, he is the first driver to net multiple wins this year. So I guess shout out Rick Hendrick and the 24 team and Raptor and Exalta and DuPont and Liberty. No, we're not going to shout out them. But everybody else on the car. Yeah.
Congrats to them, I
What do you
guess.
think about the Cup race? What? Why you say it like that?
None. Just nothing.
Go, no, you got the mic, so it's your
Okay.
turn. Here.
Congrats to Willie.
Go.
Congrats to Willie B. Just another road course race at for Cup. What are we doing, man? Like, what the hell are we doing? We got penalties left and right. You got idiots. Like, come on, dog. You trying to wreck him on purpose for what? I'm sorry.
Because his name is Recky Stenhouse.
I feel bad for Kamui. He's just getting wrecked from on purpose from Stenhouse. Like, come on, dude. And then you got Josh Berry. I like Josh Berry, but what the hell you were doing, dude? You are a lap down. Oh no, wait, not yet. I'm sorry. Corla Joy, you are continuing to be a hazardous ass every week, dude. And hazardous ass. You literally drove into Truex. You know what?
There's a segment of the show where you give these qualities to drivers.
All right, so I'm gonna go next. There's been a lot of tongue biting on this episode so far, but I ain't about to do it. I just want to start off by saying, Corey LaJoy, you will pay for your crimes. I'm sick of this man. Get him off my television. Get him out of this garage. Like, it's one thing for you to suck. It's another thing for you to suck and ruin other people's days. Like, if you're somebody that's just like a back marker, that's just riding around, like I'm looking right here. Timmy Hill finished laps down. He ain't hurt nobody, bro. Like, he's just out there riding, logging laps. Like, God bless him. Like, good for you. Be more like him. Quit ruining everybody else's day. Like, I'm so over this man. I'm tired of his pennies. I'm tired of his sob story. I'm tired of having him in Lights Too Bright every other month. Like, he has a permanent residency. Like, he's an entertainer in Vegas in the Lights Too Bright lounge because he's always there. I'm sick of this dude, bro. And the fact that he, much like a certain Mr. Hill in Xfinity, never seems to take accountability. It's never somebody else's, downfall. It's always, I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, blah, 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 whatever. I'll just come back, try again. Like, I'm just so tired of this dude. Like, he absolutely destroyed Bubba's race right up until the end. And for Truex as well. Like, my brother in Christ, you're turning at a 90-degree angle. Like, where are you going? I would make that turn if I was driving home from a restaurant at 2 a.m. on empty streets. Never mind doing it during the middle of a race. Just absolutely brain dead driving. And he had several other instances throughout the race that Fox, which I would like to talk about Fox later on, but they just didn't show. And I'm over it, dude. Like, I'm done with the experiment. Like, I don't care who you put in that car. Put Raj in the car. Put Connor in that car. I don't care anybody at this point. Like, I'm just so over this dude always ruining people's days. The second he has a little bit of success, like, you qualify in top 10, like, that's great, dude. Like, legit great for you. Like, that's a worthy achievement. Lap 1, bruh. Like, lap 1. Like, we didn't even make it back to the line. And you ruining the day, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
That's the thing.
Like,
He qualifies, but he can't like hold his position or just like race well.
He sucks.
He just can't
He's
drive
a hack.
straight.
He suck.
He just can't hold
100%. At the end of the day, he suck.
I'm just so over it. And other people that would need to pay for their crimes, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Josh Berry, like, there are meetings scheduled for you at the United Nations as we speak, because I'm just so over you acting like total tool bags towards these people. And the idea that, like, oh, I'm just gonna run into this guy multiple years in a row, like, come on, bro. Like,
especially after saying he wasn't going to do it again.
Right.
That's the worst.
Add Brad to that
4K,
list.
Yesterday.
8K.
Add the 6. Add
bro,
the 6.
like, lied to my face. I didn't ask for the lie. Like, oh my gosh. And then Mr. Barry, Mr. hashtag real racer, like, come on, bro. Like, you were lapped down and you're gonna dump somebody because you didn't like the way they tried to pass you. Clown move, bro.
You're not.
And then the worst part is you a lap down, bro. Like, be serious.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're a lap down. Like, your race is pretty much over. Take the L. You suck today. Like, you're a lap down. Like, it's fine. Like, everyone has a day where they're awful. Like,
especially on a road
your
course.
team,
like, it's okay. Just take it.
Yeah. It's so frustrating just to see, like, these people come in and I'm gonna save open mic for Fox because I got some more to say about the Fox broadcast, especially regarding that moment. But just absolutely brain dead driving. Like, every week we hear how these are the best in the world. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're gonna tell me in 2024 Corey LaJoie and Ricky Stenhouse are 2 of the 39 best stock car drivers in the world available? Get Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr. down here. Put them in the car. They'd have kept it straight. I promise you that. Like, they wouldn't have done that in 2024. Like, I hate it so much because I really enjoyed a lot of this race, but, like, just these brain dead moments like this are just so frustrating. Besides the idiocy, the race was entertaining. I was really expecting Reddick to perform better than he did. He kind of underwhelmed a little bit for me. He was my pick last week going into the race. And as we mentioned with Ty, I think that's a big learning moment for him. Like, you sometimes got to give up one spot for the bigger picture. And, everyone at the shop would be much happier if we get a banner and you finish third versus finishing second and third. So that was really frustrating to see. I will give Alex Bowman a shout out because I don't have many opportunities to do it. And for some reason, him and Coda, he just got something there. That was really good run for him. But I mean, the gold star has to go to the 24. I think there was one moment in the broadcast where they mentioned that they unloaded the car and they got the pole and they never adjusted it. They literally just put tires and fuel on it the whole race. Like, that is really, really impressive. And I'm thinking, damn, what does it take to get Rudy over to 2311? Like, what kind of check do we have to cut to get this man over here? Because he clearly knows something about winning races. So that was really impressive. But overall, I mean, it was a mixed up bag of a race. I appreciate that there weren't a ton of yellows. I don't think they had any besides the stage breaks, if I remember correctly.
No, it was only
there were
stage
no
break.
on-track cautions.
So.
And this just further makes me want to not have stage cautions. Just pay out the points and let's just keep it moving. Because I'd just be much more curious to see the strategy that goes into it without the mandatory cautions. So just it bunches everybody up, it resets them, and I've beat that drum to death at this point. But some people that disappointed me, I guess, this week, Larson, I really thought would be better, but he finished 18th. Shane had some bad luck with the strategy. He finished 21st. Where did Chase finish? He didn't have a good run either. He was never in the front, I feel like, after like the first 10 laps or so. Like, I don't remember him ever being a threat.
Penalty too.
Penalty,
so that was
in
that.
Yeah,
10.
He had the penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Shane saying if you're gonna penalize me, I'm gonna get my money's worth. He sped through 4 sections in one pit. He said, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna screw it.
I'ma
I'm gonna get
earn
my
it,
money's
damn
worth
it.
out
Oh
of this.
God.
Yeah, like you already slapped my hand. I'm gunning it. So I appreciate that. And then last but not least, I'll say a shout out to Truex and Bubba for recovering. Bubba had a lot more adversity than Truex, but they both got slammed lap 1 thanks to
A bomb.
Mr. Pennyman. So I give both of them shout out for good runs. So overall, it was a good race. I was enjoying watching them try to track down the 24, but in my heart of hearts, I felt like he was holding back, like he was going 70%, just because that car was really, really good. You've got clean air, you've got clean track, everybody's spread out. Like it's gonna take a miracle. And then the Fox booth sitting there saying that Bell's gonna catch him. I'm like, dude, there's 12 laps to go and he's 7 seconds back. He's not gonna catch him. And he ended up not being able to. But overall, the on-track product itself was really, really good. A certain few people need to have their NASCAR license taken away from them immediately. You hear me? They should not land in North Carolina with their license intact. You should meet them at the airports and shred it on the tarmac. Just rip it up in front of them. Let them know, like, you're not driving this week. Enjoy the couch. You're embarrassing.
I'll do you one better. All right, you know that pretty Celsius sponsorship you got? Give it to somebody else more deserving. Josh Berry, don't you need some sponsorship money? Overstock didn't do you any favors this weekend. I'd rather him wear the Celsius colors. That's absolute travesty. Come up with a flavor too. Make it real pretty.
It's just like, okay, like I get driving a race car is hard, and like I always say, like we have no idea how hard that shit is. But like, come on, bro, like.
Okay, but I have common sense, right? Like I have eyes.
Do you
and
have
common
mirrors?
sense.
Do you not have 4 spotters out there telling you where to go? Like
4.
Come on, man. Like just do better.
And stop complaining when people race you hard. I mean, if they're not actively trying to wreck you, if they're just passing you, you don't need to be whining about it and trying to wreck them back. That's so immature.
Breaking news, peoples. Justin Henry got DQ'd. Okay, back to y'all.
Oh, I just saw. Yeah, I just got.
Oh damn! RP Justin Henry. I was about to give him props too.
Back.
That RFK money looking real good over there, Rick Ware.
Yeah, he got DQ'd. So
how you take weight out the car though? My boy? Like,
you
ain't have enough tungsten?
Oh no,
car failed to meet minimum weight. That's crazy.
Attention podcast listeners, have you or your wallet ever felt personally victimized by HomeFoodApparel.com? Have you found yourself longing for high-quality NASCAR hats, shirts, and hoodies? Have you or a loved one ever been caught staring at Home Field's Hendrick Motorsports collection? Luckily for you, the law office of Victory Lane Vibes are here to help. We know that Home Field's apparel's quality is unmatched, each piece crafted with premium materials, ensuring maximum comfort and durability, and you know the designs have not been illegally infringed upon. Don't delay. Visit HomeFieldApparel.com today to explore their Hendrick Motorsports collection. And for a limited time, listeners can enjoy a special offer. Enter promo code VLV24 at checkout to receive an exclusive discount of 15% off your first order. That's HomeFoodApparel.com, promo code VLV24 for 15% off your order. Remember, when it comes to showcasing your motorsports pride, choose Home Field Apparel, the apparel you can trust. This message has been brought to you by Home Field Apparel. Home Field cannot guarantee that their merch will make you become a race car driver, only feel like one. Side effects can only include desire to go fast, urge to grow a mustache, longing for the smell of burnt rubber gasoline, and sudden increase in Victory Lane vibes. That's a wild reason to get disqualified for him. They check the scales like that, my boy. What you doing down in Texas?
And NASCAR is taking Chastain's car.
It obviously ain't work.
That's average.
Yeah. They kind of do that like randomly, so.
It's gonna get penalized, not playing.
Are you good, Art? I didn't mean the breaking news cut you off, but did you finish your think piece for now?
I'm done. I had my moan. I just keep thinking, like, when are we gonna?
I'm gonna give y'all more opportunities. Trust me.
I just want to end on this note, and then I'll shut up. I just keep waiting for the day that we have the best 39 stock car drivers in the world on the Cup Series, and that day was not today.
Baby, you're gonna be waiting a long time. It's gonna be a minute.
I was about to press the button to see who you want eliminated.
I will say this: I liked how Truex was helping Kyle get back to helping him get back to the pits, because he was like Kyle ran out of fuel, so Martin was like pushing him back to the. I
That's
thought that was
nice.
really cute. Yeah. So at least it was weird though, because I mean, Bush got all up in Christopher Bell's face, and then he's like over there kikiing with Martin. You know, like you all right, bro?
So
Kyle done had a
before
day.
you go, let's
Dang.
talk about it. If y'all didn't see it, Kyle Busch intertwined between the 20 teams post race discussion like a grizzly bear and pulled up on your boy Christopher Bell and had some heated words. And I don't know how to read lips that good, but he said you had 3 or 4 chances, and now I'm gonna wreck you the next time I get. So I'm really looking forward to Richmond because somebody might die.
So there's a version that came out that you may not have seen. It's got a bit clearer audio, and he's like, "You've dumped me like 2 or 3 times."
Yeah.
He said, "How many times I ever dumped you?" And he's like, "Never." He goes, "Well, now you've got one coming to you."
Yep.
And then just like walks off.
Yeah, and just walked
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
That
Talk
man
that talk,
raised
Kyle.
you. That man raised you at JGR.
I think that's why
arguably
he's
not
so
with
mad.
the
Yeah.
team anymore.
I think
He
that's why
raised
he's so
He's
you
not
and
mad.
taught
He's
you everything.
disappointed.
It's kind of like the
disappointed.
Bubba Rogers situation. Like he's disappointed in him, and I feel like people are probably going to read that wrong again.
Yep.
But it does, you could kind of tell like he was in dad mode pretty much.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people,
And so you could tell that he was just he
I
had that like
raised you, boy.
disappointed aura. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, he's gonna challenge him now because I mean Christopher's grown. It's he in the big
He
boy
old
league.
enough.
That's what's gonna happen.
He old enough.
And to his defense, he got almost T-boned in the in the left rear.
He literally
Like he
almost
got
died.
walloped.
Yeah.
I have none.
Go ahead, Kiana, give your post race synopsis.
I mean, now I will say, was it a good race? I think it was good. It was better than I expected. I will say that. I'm bummed for Shane because I wanted him to do better, especially after yesterday. It would have been really cool to see him like come back and get his moment. But I knew it was going to be tough today, just because number one, we've got 2 manufacturers of brand new cars in the field. Wasn't sure how that was going to happen. Obviously, Toyota's been cooking, and Toyotas were cooking. So that was cool to see. Bubba did great in practice and qualifying. So yeah, Corey, you and I need to talk. Anyway, proud of my boy. Bubba did great, even coming back from all of that mess that he had to deal with the entire race. To come back and still get 15th place, especially for him, is awesome. And it also is a testament to how hard he's been working in the off season to get his road course skills up. Because he said plenty of times that was something that he knew he needed to work on, and you can tell he's working on it. And I can't even be mad at that because he's doing great. So I think, as he continues working on this and, figuring out these road courses, he's definitely going to be lethal. So Corey needs to get out the way, stop, again, running out of talent near Bubba. I'm tired of it. And, let Bubba cook, because I really am frustrated that we didn't get to see, how great Bubba could have been today because it got ruined, at the beginning of the race. Like, that's unacceptable. So yeah, I feel bad for Bubba, but I'm hoping that he at least was able to. It seemed like he was still okay, and he was able to, still get some good track time and learn from this. So I'm excited to see what he does, with the next few road courses, because I think he's definitely gonna have improvements this season. So that's good. But yeah, I poor Shane. I do think Christopher, I don't even know if he needed another lap. I feel like if he had like half a lap, he would have caught Byron, and that's frustrating. So yeah, Ty, get out the way next time because you messed it up. But yeah, I think overall it was a good race. Like I said, better than I was expecting. So I'm hoping maybe that's a good sign of what's to come with the other road courses this season.
Which is a great lead into 2311 corner. So as we mentioned, Tyler got he finished 5th, but to Art's point earlier, I feel like we had a little bit higher hopes just because his performance last year, won a little bit more out of him today. Then Bubba Wallace, the road racing GOAT, ignored NASCAR / Corey LaJoie's attempts on not having him finished again at COTA. battled back from bent toe links and toes getting knocked out to finishing 15th. And then poor Kamui was subject to on-track terrorism and finished 30th in the 50 Mobil 1 car. So we have 2 more races for the 50. Kamui hopes to be back, but there's no plans for him to be back yet. I guess it just depends on where they enter it. I know where I want the car to be next and who I want in the driver's seat, but that's another story for another day. I had some firsthand embarrassment through the Fox broadcast because you know how they're doing the interview introductions, and they interviewed Tyler's pit crew, or introduced them, I should say. And I was like, oh my God, please don't have them do this. And then they show up like they normally do, and he loses 15 spots on pit road, because that would be 100% embarrassing. But they held it together, so it wasn't a lights too bright moment for them. But it's interesting how they spotlighted 2311 for going in-house with the pit crew and all the development. They didn't touch on all the struggles, but more so on like, oh yeah, 2311's invested in the pit crew. They want to take it away from JGR, and here's the guys that do the 45 team. So hopefully y'all's glow up in faces and names and interviews on camera makes you continue to show up week after week, because we can't have any more bad pit road performances, guys. We gotta nail down the mishaps, leave them for on the track.
And you got to give them some credit, because this week they were actually real solid. Like, I think they said that they had a couple good stops, but they had no bad stops. They're all good to great stops.
Right.
And once again, the one piece that they're missing, is luck, right? They had track position, great qualifying,
luck, man.
Good pit stops, fast car, good execution from the driver, and then the 7 just becomes a torpedo. So
Bubba was on the top 5 lap times after they got the car fixed. He was cooking. I enjoyed road courses that don't have natural yellows, because you just get to see like the tire management strategy play out. But he could have used the yellow just to bunch the field back up and let him be a restart merchant like he is, and just let the car see what it can do when he's not getting bombarded by people who shouldn't be in NASCAR at all.
I am proud of the bro. What a drive, man. So I had watched his onboard on my other phone at the whole race, and he held his line.
Your other phone? You a drug dealer? Never mind. Sorry. Keep going.
Wow.
I got 2 phones.
Y'all are a brand risk.
I got 1.
I have 1 cellular device.
I have 2 Samsungs. Okay, though.
Hey.
Yes, you already know, Kiana. Shout out to Apple.
Say your piece, boy.
All right. Anyways, Jarrett. No, but the fact that the fact that Bubba came from a wreck with a broken toe link, got a fix, got spun on 34th, came back and held his line to finish 15th. What a drive from bro. Drive was obsessional on the road course, so that he could held his line up. Once again, just that uncircumstances, but if he could not have any bad luck and stay away from number 7, but yeah, maybe do.
All right.
Huh? Oh, my bad.
Are you done? You just kind of trailed off there. I don't know if you're finished.
My bad.
I just imagine Bonte staring out the window into the distance right now.
No, but good job for Bubba, man. Coming back from the dead last from 15th on the road course shows that man has been putting in work for years, and he gonna continue putting in work.
Yeah,
I think they said that normally he spends like 20 minutes in the sim before the race. He spent 5 hours preparing for COTA.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was ready.
He's ready.
Put on track terrorism.
And then the fact that his comeback, it shows that because it's a comeback.
Quick aside, does anyone really think he only spends 20 minutes a week in the sim? I don't believe that.
I don't
I
either.
don't.
And I'm
I
just
think
going
he's
to
just
charge
being
that to the.
funny. I think he was
Now,
just
who
being
said that
funny.
quote? Was that a direct quote or was that Fox
No, that wasn't
broadcast booth
Fox. That
shenanigans?
was something on Twitter. I saw that shit.
It was somebody else on Twitter
I
with the
don't think it's
quote.
20
I just think
minutes.
he was probably being funny, but I just feel like I know how people are when it comes to Bubba, and like every single thing he says gets taken to the
Kevin
nth degree.
Harvick.
No one
And
has a sense of humor anymore.
Right. I just thought I laughed at it, and then I was like, oh man, somebody's probably if he doesn't finish well, they're gonna say something. Someone's online is gonna be like, oh yeah, so you should have put more than 20 minutes a weekend or whatever. I just had to get that out there because I remember thinking that during the race when I saw that quote. I was like, there's no way. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
You want to
he's-
wrap this up, Kiana?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I'm really proud of Bubba. I can see the improvement, and I just hate that he wasn't able to really, show what he's learned. But in a way, he did, because again, he came back from all that and still got 15th, and I think that's a great accomplishment. So I hope he feels good about that, and maintains his confidence going into the rest of the road courses this season, because I really do see the improvement. And I mean, I saw it back at the Roval in person, and I was like, God, he could do this. And then Daniel Suarez ruined it. But other than that, I mean, he was cooking. And it was so cool, like seeing, Bubba and Tyler running 1-2, like, God, that was so great. But I do think he's figuring it out, and that's good. And that's really what I hope to see for this season was his road course improvement. So if he gets that down, like, these folks are in trouble. And they may not think they are right now, which is fine, because I would love for him to just sneak up in there and, snatch it from somebody. But, that's really what I'm waiting on, is for him to just really get that chance to prove himself at a road course without somebody messing it up for him. So, but yeah, he did great. Tyler, I do wish he could have pulled it out and won, because I think that would have been awesome for him. And, I'm hoping today still kind of gave him some confidence back, because, hey, he still did great. So, yeah, I think they're getting their mojo back, but we'll see what happens with the rest of the season.
All right, Art. Let's cue it. It's VLV hotline time. I guess we'll find some intro music for it, but we'll pull some calls that y'all left us from over the weekend and give some reactions. And I pray to you editing this, because I know there's going to be some strong words. So you have my blessing.
All right, so this week we pulled 3 voicemails. I just want to preference that none of us have listened to them. So I haven't even listened to them. So we will be hearing and then reacting to them on the fly. So just
That's scary.
Context.
Oh, okay.
I've not vetted these.
Oh,
I have no idea
Lord.
what they're going to say.
Watch Austin Hill.
So
be
we're-
one
we'll-
of them.
Yep.
So we're going to
Please.
I wish he did.
I wish
because
he
then I'd have
would.
his,
I wish
because
you
then
would.
I'd have his number and it'd be on.
It's on site. I promise.
Anyway. All right, here we
You
go.
want no
First one
smoke?
up. First one up.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Carl. I'm not gonna be in the episode this week. You guys already know that. And the Xfinity race just wrapped up. And I've had it's a bottle, okay, the whole bottle, not just a glass, a bottle of this Peach Bellini. Shout out Andre Cocktails, they want to sponsor the show. I'm feeling good. But I gotta be honest, what I'm not feeling too good about. Look here, man. Georgia is great. They got the peaches, they got the racetrack, they got the Elliots. Georgia's done a lot for NASCAR. Alright, but it is such a shame that one big ass Hank Hill looking MFer can just discredit the entire state's involvement in the sport. Like, I don't understand, how do you constantly bully everybody and then get mad when your bullying doesn't work out? Buddy, you pushed the leaders out of the way twice, and then to try to like bogart your way. It looked like me trying to overtake an F1 2023. Like, I've been racing this weekend. That's what I've been doing. And how do you do that? And then you get mad at a world-renowned race car driver for returning the favor. What kind of shit is that? Anyway, I hope he has a flat tire on his way to the airport. I hope he loses his luggage. I hope he goes home to have a bowl of milk in the middle of the night and his milk's spoiled and he can't go to Walgreens or Walmart to get any more. But anyway, love you guys. Love the show. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Y'all have a good one.
What?
What the hell? No, never mind.
Points were made.
No, why is he
It's,
lying?
Boring,
Why
like,
is he lying like that?
I
Points
just
were
want to
made.
know how. I just want to know how he's gonna say long-time listener, first-time caller when he called last
Right.
week.
Makes 0 sense. This guy here.
No, we love you, Carl.
Thank you, Carl, for your thoughts and think pieces. We appreciate that you being still involved when you're not in the studio. So stay safe.
All right, here we go. Number 2.
Hey, what's going on? I saw the tweet. I needed to vent a little bit. First off, Hoda, let's get out of that garbage-ass track. There's like 400 miles of pavement off every corner. You can't even use it. You can only use like 5 centimeters of it. Garbage. The track layout, up and down, get the hell out of here, man. We're done. Second off, Austin Hill. If it wasn't for him punching poor old Myatt Snyder, that little boy, if it wasn't for that, I'll give him that. Maybe Myatt Snyder said something crazy to him. I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Sheldon Creed deal. He acted like a little there too. That's all right. Okay, whatever, man. That was some teen kind of shit. There was some teen things going on there. Whatever. You know, Austin Hill, get your little thumb head ass out of here, dude. You are so annoying. You win the most random ass races because you got some crazy crew chief up there that keeps you out on tires or something. BS. And then you just run over SVG. What has SVG done to you? He came all this way to run a race, and you're just going to run him over, and then he hits you back, damages his car, and you're going to be like, bitch. Man, I'll tell you what. Someone needs to just punch Austin Hill in the face. All right. Thanks for letting me vent.
Dang.
Straight to the point.
Oh, Lord.
Straight to the point. Wow.
Man. I love our listeners, dog. Like I love y'all.
I'm glad that we're on the same page, brother. Same page.
I got the boxing gloves for you. I'll bail you out.
Right? Dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is fun. Y'all should call him more
All
often. This is actually kind of awesome.
Here we go. We got one more.
Hey guys, first time caller, long time listener. Love the show. It's currently 9:36 Chicago time, and I wanted to wait to call before the Cup race. I give my thoughts about the Xfinity race last night, and man, it is still in Hill that fuck. Oh, look at me. I'm going to complain because I get raced the way I race people. Well, maybe you wouldn't have that problem if you wasn't such a dirty You already like 600 pounds, about to lose your foot in the next 2 or 3 years. Lose some weight, hubby. Not even Tony Stewart is that big getting into the car in the 2000s. Anyway, I digress. People always want to say Austin Hill has some type of talent. The talent of what? Getting the most cheated up car on the plate tracks? Yeah, no, because it's obviously he can't race. Look at how he raced Shane. He literally pushed him through turn one, and then when Shane went to try to pass him back, after bumping him back, which he rightfully deserved, he checked him. And then I don't know if you saw at the end, coming off of turn 20 on the final stretch, he tried to right hook Shane. So yeah, Hill, that RCR. Their team is nothing but racist except for Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is the only good person to ever grace RCR behind Dale Earnhardt and Dale Jr. RCR, Hill. And yeah, that's it. He's probably drinking butter as we speak, fat ass.
So if you would like, if you would like, I'm gonna just streamline past that. So if you would like to call in and leave your thoughts to the hotline.
Oh my God. Give us a call, 919-322-9267. Once again, that number here for the hotline is area code 919-322-9267. Leave us your thoughts, your feelings, your expressions, your transgressions. We'll play them during the show.
Oh,
All right.
So violent.
So, for the moment you've all been waiting for, it's time for Lights Too Bright.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off.
All right, now I'm gonna go first. Corey LaJoy, instead of you stacking pennies, I need you to stack some sim time tokens, like you can stack double XP tokens on Call of Duty. I need you to learn how to drive, my boy. Otherwise, you're gonna be a permanent podcast host. You can't be disgraceful to your racing partners. You can't be disgraceful to your team. You can't be disgraceful to the people at the shop. You can't be disgraceful to your sponsors. You travel with these people 38 weeks out of the year. You can get touched. I need you to behave yourself and find your brake pedal and learn how to drive. You keep talking about how you don't get fair opportunities. You choked when you were in the Hendrick car last year. I need you to take some accountability and responsibility and learn how to drive better. Then you may get more opportunities. Then you may get, better equipment. But until then, stop being a jackass. That's my Lights Too Bright. I have others, but I'll just y'all go.
Please let me get Stenhouse. Please let me get him.
I have
please.
3.
Yeah. I had a quick question. Do you really think he's gonna get any better opportunities though?
He's not, but that's the point.
No, because he
Stop
doesn't think he needs them.
Stop complaining. Like Spire at this point among the other series is Hendrick Light and Andretti Light and Group 101 and all the money we know is money laundering, but it's fine. They're getting it done.
Oh my
Shout
God.
out Raja. But you can't be the prolific number one driver in the race shop, and there's other people in lower series outshining you and ready to take your seat. Raj is going to be driving that 7 car next year if you don't shape up Corey LaJoy. He's taking your seat. HendrickCars.com is going to sponsor it until Alex Bowman gets tired and he opens up a dog farm, and then he's going to Hendrick himself.
Oh my God.
You are on bubble watch, sir. Like, your seat's about to get taken. You better shape up, man. I just Oh, and shout out George Russell for ruining Mercedes weekend last night. I wish we had a video element, but I'm making the heart. Thank you, George Russell.
That is the worst. That is the worst part I ever saw.
Jackass.
That is the worst part I ever saw. But anyways, though,
Bonte, we're not gonna talk about hearts when you're using words that you can't spell. We're not gonna go down that road.
worry about making better shape.
God.
Sir. Anyways,
This is supposed to be Lights Too
I
Bright.
need to make
about the
shapes.
drivers. Y'all going
Yeah,
in
why
on
are
It's
we-
Lights Too Bright for
Wait a minute.
everybody. Everybody gets
Wait a
smoked.
minute.
I got it for everybody.
Internal roast session.
all right.
Wait a
Can I go?
Wait till I get the open mic. Go ahead, Bonte.
My Life's Too Bright. You already know I got 3. Let's spiral Austin.
All right, what's number 1?
Austin Hill. Continue to be an absolute jackass every week. He can't drive. He cried like a little when he's getting race. Like, bro, shut up and race. You crybaby ass. God. Corey LaJoy.
Wish we had a video element. You can't see Art rolling his eyes every time Bonte curses. It's so
I'm
funny.
sorry.
God bless, boy.
I'm sorry, Art. I'm so sorry. I'm for real. But I am sick of this. Corey LaJoy, you're also an asshole. And you drive like a dick. Jesus Christ. Oh my, like, dog. It's lap 1. What are you doing? And not the last lap. Lap 1. You in the top 10. Come on, dude. Stenhouse, you are a Daytona 500 champion. And you driving like an ass too, dog. And you wrecking Kamui. Give somebody else the mic.
All right, Keanu, tee off. I know you got one. Tee off.
Lord. Oh, Recky Stenhouse. Where do I start with you? Like, I just I mean, it's one thing to like have a reputation for just like ruining people's days, but to do it to someone who's just a guest driver is so tacky and unnecessary. Like, I don't know how you recover from that. Like, I don't know how your reputation recovers from that. Because we all saw what you did after you said you weren't going to do it because you did it last year. And you did it anyway. Like, I just don't, I don't know where to start with him. And it's every season there's something with him. There's never anything great to say about him. It's just that, oh, well, he, dumped this person. He punted this person. That's, the only thing. If you ask me to name like 3 things about Ricky Stenhouse, they're all going to be times that he ruined someone else's race. Yeah, okay, he won a Daytona 500. Did he really earn that, or did he just luck into it?
Mickey Mouse.
Exactly. So it's just I don't have many great things to say about him. I'm sorry. Like, today really just made me angry, because for you to do that, and especially for someone, I mean, it's Kobayashi. Like, this man has done everything. He's great. Don't sit there and act like, oh, well, he was trying to, go around me too. Okay, you're racing. Like, you're race car drivers. People are going to pass you.
Simple as that.
Get over it. Josh Berry too. Get over it. Like, what is this whiny behavior that we're seeing from these drivers? Like, it's embarrassing. And if guest drivers are going to keep coming over to NASCAR and have to deal with this, we're going to lose those opportunities, because they're going to be like, no, I don't want to deal with that. And I don't blame them. Because why am I getting in a race car to race other race car drivers, and they're mad that we are racing? That's the whole point. You're supposed to be racing each other. It's a race. This is not, oh, can I please go past you? No, just go. Like, if they're not touching you and they're not actively trying to dump you, there is no reason for you to be trying to retaliate and trying to spin them back just because they went past you and you didn't like the angle they were coming at. Whatever. Okay, get over yourself. Like, it's really, like I said, it's embarrassing. Like, I don't understand why we still have to deal with this. Y'all are grown men. You've been in the sport for a while. You know what you're doing. Get over it. Get over yourself and just focus on what you're there to do, which is race. You don't need to dump people, but you just need to race and mind your business. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going last, and I am so glad I'm glad there was so much trash this week, so no one stole mine. Mine goes to the folks at the shop of Roper Racing. If you didn't know, Roper Racing is come out of.
I didn't say it because I knew somebody would.
Roper Racing is based out of Baytown, Texas. Did you know, for fun fact, that from Baytown, Texas to the Circuit of the Americas, it's a short 2-hour, 43-minute drive, only 181 miles. Well, let me tell you guys, brother. Too. Let me tell you, brother, you got a snowball's chance in Texas of winning the race if you lose the rear axle. The whole thing. Like, what?
With you both still on it.
Lost your booty.
What do you
like? How they even possible?
What do you mean?
How
My
you do
brothers
that?
in Christ, how do you not ratchet the thing down?
How your whole booty fall out?
I've never in my life seen the whole rear end just blow up and fall out. I've never, ever seen that.
I've seen it once.
That thing went from flat to went from flat to flat.
And I mean, after being in Atlanta, seeing the whole roof situation with Bailey Curley, like, I really thought that was gonna be the craziest thing I'd ever seen. Because just watching that from pit road, we were all just like, what? But I can't even imagine, like, seeing that in person. You just
I just hope
it just came out.
I just hope that for those 2 hours and 43 minutes that you drove back to Baytown, Texas, it was silent and someone felt a lot of shame, because that's just an embarrassing level of mistake. Like, I've built 0 race cars and I know the wheels need to be attached. Like, that's not a rocket scientist to understand that. So I gotta give it to y'all this week. That was so bad. When you do something I've never seen in racing, and it's for the worst possible thing, well, not the worst possible thing, but for something absolutely abhorrent and awful, you get my lights too bright. Because obviously the Texas sun was far too bright for that crew.
You red flagged the race because the whole rear end was out of there. They had to get a crane.
Oh my God.
The tow truck couldn't even pull it up. Oh my God. Yeah, that L. There you go, Bonte. Use your letters. L. L.
L. Loser. L.
Thank you, sir.
L.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that was a wild weekend in Coda. Open mic. I'm gonna start this off and then we'll get to fun stuff. So y'all know that the vitriol that I have for Fox Broadcasting, I didn't want to give them a lights too bright because that would make them too important this week. But when the situation happened on lap 1 with Corey LaJoie and Martin Truex and Bubba, Harvick automatically blamed Bubba, automatically put it on him, automatically put the blame on him, citing, I guess, his history at Coda, how he's never won a race, and this automatically had to be Bubba's fault. And once he watched the replay, he never apologized for those opinions or those words. You know, he just kept it moving. I understand that it's your first year in the broadcast booth, my boy, but before you speak some words, I suggest you get all the facts before you do it, because you play a dangerous game on a national television broadcast about the reputations of these drivers. And I don't want my driver to be known as a record, because that's definitely not what he is. He tried it one time. He got suspended for a week because he admitted to it, and we move on. But he hasn't been in the news about wrecking anybody since. So watch your mouth and continue with the broadcast. I feel like we've had to say that at least 3 times this year, and the season just started. Like, Fox, please, bro, y'all need to relax, because it's not a good look. And stop putting them damn kids on TV too.
Oh, come on. I like the kids.
I don't.
No, stop putting the damn kids on TV.
Cute. Not when there's like an active situation on track happening, but if they're just like coming back from, just like B-roll shots, okay, I get it. Like, it's
I am alarmed at the number of children I've seen on a NASCAR broadcast the last 3 years. Like, I'm uncomfortable.
It's family friendly.
Is it?
Look here. I don't remember anybody ever turn on a TV to watch the people in the stands. Not once. I don't want to see it. I want to kind of echo that, because that was going to be mine, is that I just really feel like they kind of showed their ass this week between Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer. And I've been really, really positive with Kevin so far this season in the booth. Like, I really enjoy him. He's been the best of the 3 in the booth. But they just made a lot of little side comments that, especially involving a lot of these international drivers, that really had me side-eyeing them. I'm like, what really are you trying to say? Like, you're saying something without actually saying something. And a lot of this talk of, especially with the Josh Berry spin on Kobayashi, saying, oh, well, this is how we race here. He has to learn how to race here. You can't just dive bomb somebody 3 wide. No. It's like, bro, like, no, don't defend that just because he's your boy, or because you like him, or because he's American or whatever. I just think that was kind of gross. And I really wish I had written them down in hindsight. But if you go back and listen to that broadcast on YouTube or somewhere, there's a couple comments they made where especially about, like I said, the international drivers, where I'm like, I really don't like this. This is going to be just a sprinkle of dog whistly for me. And if we're supposed to be, this great sport that we all want it to be and claim it to be, you can't have your broadcast saying these kinds of things about international drivers or any drivers really, but especially when you're supposed to be growing the audience. And, all of these folks that are coming to drive for us, they don't have to. Like, these are not the also-rans who like flamed out of their series. Like, Shane could retired, and I'm sure he's got buku stacks. Like, he's here because he wants to be here. And, all these other international drivers that came in, and there were several that I don't think we mentioned earlier, but in the Xfinity race, there were several as well. It was a very international field. Like, they are doing this because they want to, because they love racing and they're really interested in NASCAR. And it just really makes the sport as a whole just look really bad when the broadcast is just putting some just really weird, like, insider, like, language. And I really didn't like that. And even beyond that, the broadcast was really frustrating, because there would be moments where, oh, there's a spin, but we're going to cut to commercial. We're not going to tell you. And then you come back and they don't tell you about it. I have to go on Twitter to find out. There was one moment, Harvick goes, oh, Truex is having big trouble on pit road. Well, we're going to go to commercial and we're not going to tell you about it. And then we come back and it's never brought up again. So is he okay? Is the car dead? Is the car on fire? Like, I have no idea. And this was just another broadcast where it's like, again, like, Fox just really, the presentation of the sport really is holding it back. I know we talk about it all the time, but and I'm not an F1 guy. Like, I do not like seeing one guy win 95% of the races every year, but the way they present that, they take it seriously. And, there's no like goofy cartoon gimmicks. I know that's Fox Sports. That's not necessarily Fox NASCAR, but it's just like the presentation of the sport is so respectful for the risk and the ability that these folks have to step in these race cars. Like, these men and women are so talented. Like, these are elite athletes at what they do. They maneuver giant pieces of metal at hundreds of miles an hour. And, I feel like NASCAR, they're like, oh, well, we're just gotta have a good old time, as, just really cheesy and corny. And I just would love to see it, shown in a better light. I really want to see like Amazon or Apple TV or somebody, like, if y'all listening somehow, go ahead and get some of those broadcast rights. I will gladly pay you whatever your monthly subscription is to watch the broadcast. So I just wanted to call out as well, because they just really, really kind of ticked me off this week, and it just really rubbed me the wrong way personally.
Even what they were saying about Bubba, though. I mean, they were like blaming
Yeah,
Bubba for
yeah.
stuff. He ain't doing. I mean, he chilling. He's vibing.
Didn't do nothing.
Didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
But don't
Not
blame
a thing.
LaJoy for causing that wreck. Like, come on,
Right.
y'all.
And it's clearly on camera. So yeah, I don't know.
In
But yeah, I
4K
agree.
at that.
8K.
Right.
1080
8K.
HD. I'm playing.
This was on the main
16K.
Fox broadcast. This was
Like,
Fox Sports 1 today.
what
This
is
was
going
on
on?
5.
It was very weird. Like, I was kind of disappointed in the commentary today, because I just felt like they were getting stuff wrong, and like Bubba's getting blamed for stuff that he was just caught in the middle of. He didn't cause, and people who did get, people who did do stuff like Josh Berry, Stenhouse, all these track terrorists, they not getting the same heat that other people are getting, and they ain't even do anything. So yeah, it was just kind of weird. But yeah, like, we've got to get past this, kind of what I was saying earlier. These people are coming from outside of NASCAR, but don't treat them like they don't know what they're doing. Like, that's so disrespectful, and I feel like it's just not a good look for the sport in general. And I feel like people outside of NASCAR were kind of noticing that, just from some of the tweets I saw today, and that worries me. And so I kind of need folks to like remember where they're coming from, and just remember that, yeah, you're going to have people coming from different series and, different styles of racing, and that's okay. That's what makes it great, because now everyone else just has to, figure that out. And, it's shaking things up a little bit. That's what we need. That's what really every motorsport series needs at some point. So if we're going to keep having these crossovers, we can't have this like gatekeeping whatever weirdness that's happening from, people who are more veteran in the sport, because that's not doing anything any justice. And all it's going to do is really just, create more barriers, and that's not what we need right now. And NASCAR in particular does not need more barriers. So I really want, I'm glad Kamui still had a good day, and he was like still pretty positive about it, but it was just really frustrating for me, because I think he could have had a much better race if people were just more respectful of his, him racing on the track. And I feel like it was more just like, oh, I'm going to dump him because he tried to dump me, and he didn't even do that. He was just, he's racing. So yeah, the attitudes need to change, and I don't know, how that can be done, but it's becoming a more clear problem with like SVG showing up, and people are like, you can tell they're kind of like tiptoeing around him on the track, because they're like, dang, he's actually pretty good. Yeah, he's good. I mean, it's not a surprise. That's what we expect. I mean, you got former champions of other series coming to NASCAR. Like, y'all can't be acting like that. I'm sorry. That's just like really embarrassing. So I kind of need everybody to just get it together and, be more respectful. We can still race each other hard. That's great. That's what people want to see, but don't do it to the point where you ruin a driver's day just because you want to be a butthead. Like, I don't think that's necessary. So yeah, there's going to be some interesting stuff this season, I think. But, just in general, as the sport does get more diverse, that's going to be a conversation that needs to be had more often. Both with broadcasting and, on the track. Like, it needs to come from all around. And everyone really just needs to kind of step it up and be better.
I'll add one thing before I get to the fun stuff. I just want to shout out because I'm not sure if this is going to make the show. I'm going to put it in here. Shout out to the social media manager of Stewart Haas Racing. I wouldn't want to be you. Praise be to you and upon you. It's got to be painful to put up all them 30s on your weekly recaps every week on the social. So I wish you peace. If I ever meet you, I'll buy you some tequila so you can drink that off. But yeah, you deserve better. You deserve some to type some ones instead of all those threes week in and week out. Shout out, the real racers over there at SHR. But over at more on fun things. So we did this bracket challenge, right? I'd say who's winning, but they have a generic name. I just want to shout out Jer. Jer's second with 430 points. We have a 3-way tie. Smart Brother 23, Brap Doesn't Know Ball, Taylor, Ham, Egg, and Cheese. It's a 3-way tie for third. I didn't think it was going to get this big. Kind of glad that it is, and it's getting real spicy in this can't be mentioned
I'm probably dead last
weekend that's going on. So you probably deserve to be.
Damn, that's crazy.
Dang.
I hope you lose. No, Jared. No, Jared. I hope you lose. I hope
The violence.
the worst way possible.
So intentionally, because I want someone to win, I tanked the bracket that I put in there. My other ones are doing fantastic, but in the one I put in the contest, I specifically did not want to win because I want somebody else to win. So shout out to y'all. Let's get it cracking, keep it pushing. For those who don't know, you win a VLV prize pack. You get to come on the show. So I'm gonna need to know your name if you actually do win, because you get to jump on here and cut up with us. With that, we'll be at Richmond. It's Richmond next week.
Hey.
Art and I will be there. I think Kiana's coming.
You think? Yeah, Kiana's coming. I got my outfit
Kiana's
ready.
coming. Let's
It's
get it.
McDonald's week.
won't.
We ready.
I won't be there
We're gonna be out here. Oh, you can come next time.
if I'm away.
We're
I
gonna
know,
have
we
the
gotta get
vibes
Vontae out
on.
here.
We're gonna get the vibes. We're gonna hand out some vibes, merch. And we're gonna hopefully enjoy a really great race. Bubba showed off last time he was at Richmond in the McDonald's car, so you already know how I'm feeling. But yeah, that's all I got. Y'all got anything else? Questions, comments, concerns?
If you see us in Richmond, come holler at us.
Yeah, pull up. We are very friendly. We'll take
Be a
pictures
good
with
time.
you.
Yes, I'm tall. You don't have to
Sure.
mention it. I already know.
Sure.
We are nice. We just
But
not.
besides
We're not
Kiana, but
nice to you. That's
sure.
different.
No,
Unfriendly black hotties. No,
I'm
kidding.
playing.
But we'll be out there. I don't want to bring these shirts back home, so somebody getting them one way or the other. But yeah.
Hold up a minute now.
Oh,
You
you want
can't dump
some?
this outside. You can't dump these outside the track by the dumpster now. These
No, they going. I'm saying they're not coming home with me, which means I have to put these in the hands of a select few.
Okay.
If you want them, holler at me. I think we're going to be at the Tweet Up, so we can y'all see us. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll be out there in Richmond next Sunday night.
Wednesday, I was like, hold
Sunday
up,
night.
wait a minute.
Sunday evening, Easter Sunday,
Ooh.
live on Fox. We'll be out there. But if no one else has anything else, thank you for listening. If you're still here, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, leave us 5-star reviews and everywhere you listen to us, because I think we're fantastic and you probably do too. And we'll catch y'all post Richmond.
See ya.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
What was that?
The music.
I did it one time and he stole it like a mug.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah. That's the cue. We have a mark in the beginning and then we have the cue at the end. Roll the tape. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bean footage, yeah.
Peace out, y'all.